today we are sharing about the 10-hour drive between Dubai to Saudi Arabia, or technically Dubai to Riyadh. So you have to go across 10 hours of driving, and there's cities, there's no cities, you're in the middle of nowhere, and just can't fly. But you gotta experience this at least once, especially if you live in Dubai. And now that the tourist visas are available for people to go between Dubai and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it's a must do, especially if you have a few, like a week, 2 weeks to be able to do it. And so first, gotta make some coffee before you drive for 10 hours. We could buy it, but we got some nice coffee beans from Nightjar and Al-Quds, and gotta make some good French press before a 12-hour drive. 10-hour, 12-hour, doesn't matter.
Especially on the UAE side of the drive, you can have so many different kinds of gas stations, and yeah, I have Dunkin' Donuts, but my husband and I love to have our own coffee for the first part of the drive, and then we can buy coffee after the 6 or 7 hour mark.
Gas station number 1.
Yeah.
UAE, finishing the drive here is about maybe 4 hours, and we're about to cross the Saudi border.
Ooh,
Fancy seat. It's actually really pretty.
I like it. Hello. Self-stirring.
Self-stirring.
Maybe. That's what we've been looking for.
Saudi culture is drinking tea, so every gas station you can take one of these and fill it with chai, just tea. So it's a great find. All of the teapots you could want. Of course, you've got like hundreds of dates, more dates. So the way to make it through the desert is spraying this spray on top of your car.
This spray protects the paint of your car, so while the sand hits it, it doesn't take off the paint.
So your gas station in Saudi has gas. There is 2 routes after you get from the Emirates, and when you get to the Saudi border, there's 2 routes that you can go. There's Route 10, which there's actually a movie, I'll put it right here, that's based off of Route 10, because it is definitely an experience. It's maybe a 2 to 3 hours to 4 hour stretch where you're in the literal middle of desert. There's nothing. There's maybe 2 or 3 gas stations, and if you miss a gas station, you're lost. Like your car cannot survive. So my suggestion is to do the other way, which is through a city called Hufof, and it kind of goes around Qatar. You kind of edge Bahrain, but you don't hit Bahrain. You go through Hufof. Hufof is a great place to stop and be able to get some dinner, or McDonald's, Subway. There's lots of different restaurants. And Romancia, I think that's how you say it. And then you can drive. And Hufof is about 3 hours from Riyadh. So those are my suggestions. And another thing to note is the Route 10 road. The gas stations often don't take Visa or Mastercard. They only take cash, or they take the Saudi version of the credit card called Mada. But the route, I think it's Route 5, I might be saying it wrong, but the other route that's like a circle, half circle, pretty much every gas station has takes credit card. But I would suggest, as soon as you get across the border, to get some cash. Also, if there's just not a cell service, or like the cell service is Mobile or STC. There's just not an office for them really until you hit Hufof, which is maybe 4 or 5 hours after you hit the border. So it's about maybe 3 or 4 hours. So my suggestion is with Virgin or different plans in the UAE, you can be able to pay for you to have phone calling or data in Saudi Arabia, and I would get that before you cross the border so that you would be able to have data and have no issues with finding gas stations or food while doing the drive. So if you're doing the road trip from Dubai to Riyadh, you need to get one thing if you're taking your car from the Emirates to Riyadh. If you're local, you know what you're doing, but for people that are Western, that if you want to try and do a road trip from the UAE to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, or actually even Qatar or a few other places, you need to get a carnet. And basically it is a passport for your car to get from one country to another. So in order to take your car across the border, you need to be able to get the carnet, and then you also have to get like a Dubai tourism thingy. They haven't asked for it at the border, but it's to be registered in the online system to be able to get your car from one country to the other, and it's valid for 1 year. And then when you get across the border, you're also going to get car insurance with Najm. There'll be like a little kiosk where you can get insurance for your car while you're driving in Saudi Arabia. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. And if you need the offices to be able to get your carnet, message us and we can give you that. Important thing to note about Saudi driving or road trip is not every gas station takes credit cards. So make sure that you go to a Sasco because they will take your Visa credit cards. What did you do?
VTC, Super Safari.
Yeah, you made it look like the Super Safari. Well done.
Land Cruiser.
Land Cruiser. Saudi Kebsa. Gas station number 3 or 4 or 5.
The way you eat Saudi kebsa is with your hands, so that's what we're doing right here. And by this point, we were just so tired, and I didn't take any more videos after that. We arrived in Riyadh, and it was a great 10, really 15-hour drive that we did. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe to Hummus with Habibti.